What's up, watch people? This is a Escapement time copy of a Hamilton Khaki Field mechanical watch. I used to own the original, I used to own a slightly different version, the automatic version that has a brushed sides and polished bezel. But I lost it in the gym. I didn't break it, I really just lost it. I used that watch for like 2 years or so. Then, after some years, I found this one and I bought it yesterday. I received it today. I have this watch for some hours. I'm going to give you a review. I'm going to compare it to the real deal, the Hamilton one. And I will say that this is better than the Hamilton in my opinion. I'll just say the reason is the crystal. So the crystal in the Hamilton watch doesn't have AR coating. It's a sapphire crystal domed. If you don't know, a domed crystal reflects a lot of light because it is reflecting a cone of light instead of a cylinder. So it just grabs a lot of light. It looks hideous. It's horrible. It really detracts from the experience of wearing the watch much more than I used to expect it before buying it. This Chinese copy, it doesn't have a sapphire crystal. Still, it's a superior crystal in my opinion because of the air coating. You can notice that there's not a lot of reflection going on, even in the direct light of my room. So this is also a domed crystal. It's a lot of attention to detail from them. What are other differences that I noticed? I think the font is a little bit bigger, like it's a little bit zoomed in the numerals. Is there some, oh, it's a little bit thicker as well. I saw this in some other guy's review. You can notice the difference, I would say. It's, even though it's a small difference in thickness, you can notice that it feels more, it feels heavier on the wrist. I think regarding the differences between the original and the Chinese, oh, there's also the movement, of course. So this is it looks like it's a mechanical movement, but it's a quartz. They say a mecha quartz, the one that pretends to be mechanical. I think this is great. I don't like mechanical movements. I think they're just inferior to quartz. So overall, to me, this is just a better watch. The only thing that I don't like that much is the logo there, but that's fine. No one can really notice that. So also, by the way, it comes with a NATO strap. I'm not a fan of NATO straps, so I cut it and I decided to not wear it actually. And I'm wearing this nylon strap, but it's not a NATO. I have some comments on this watch. Maybe these comments are not about this specific watch, it's about the Hamilton watch. Because Hamilton is the brand that designed this watch, so I'm now going to talk about the design, right? And I noticed some things that kind of surprised me about this watch. As I said, I used to own the automatic version of this watch, and there's some very small difference, but they're so noticeable when you wear the watch. I didn't expect that. So, for instance, the tip of the lugs here, they're more pointy in this watch. The automatic watch has a rounded lug, and this makes such a big difference in how the watch feels on the wrist. This looks much more tooly, looks more erect. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny to notice that. Also, the finishing on this is the bead blasted thing, while the automatic version is brushed on the sides and polished on the bezel. I didn't expect that to make such a big difference. And the main difference is that it looks darker. The bead blasted finish, even though it's still a stainless steel watch, it looks much darker. Kind of looks like, it looks like it's kind of dirty in a way. I would say I'm not a big fan of this finish. Because of that, I prefer the brushed. I think that's the superior finish because it doesn't have a shine. and it's not dark. Another thing that I noticed that makes a big difference is the seconds hand. So the slight difference is that this is white, and it has this big lollipop thing going on. You see, this also happens in the Hamilton version of the mechanical watch, but in the automatic version, this is not white. It is a metal, polished finish, and the lollipop thing is smaller. It looks like such a small detail, but it makes such a big difference. I don't know why it's so noticeable, this thing, and I really like it. I think it's a very good detail. So I'm very pleased with the design of this watch. I like overall how it feels, and maybe I'm not a big fan of the finish, but it's fine. It looks very tooly. The combination of the lug tip and the finish makes it look much more tooly than the automatic version. So that's what I have to say. Maybe I should add that the automatic version has a flatter dial. This is just a flat dial with only one finish. The automatic version has some texture in the dial that's different. The automatic version is more complex. It should look better, but I prefer this one. The reason why I prefer this one is because it's a matte dial. It reflects less light, and the automatic version reflects more light. And this is something you can only notice in person, but the automatic version is kind of ruined by the reflections, in my opinion, especially if you're wearing it on a bracelet. I used to have the metal bracelet, and the reason why it ruins the appearance of the watch is because it takes all of the contrast. So if you have a metal bracelet and a metal case, and the dial is reflecting a lot of light, and also the crystal is reflecting a lot of light, just looks like a uniform metal thing. Everything is so white. It looks very poor. So this one has more contrast because of the dial, because of the crystal. You also don't have a metal bracelet, so this watch looks superior. The mechanical version looks superior to the automatic version. The Chinese version looks superior to the Hamilton version, I would say. So that's what I have to say. I'm thinking if I have something else, but I don't think so. Thank you very much. That's my inputs. See you.